Okay, so hopefully this one won't end up recording upside down like last time. I still don't understand what was up with that. But, and I know the background here is a little limited compared to last time, but I don't have many things related to what we're going to be opening. But we have two of the DuckTales figures based not on the original, but the remake from 2017, meant to mark the 30th anniversary of the show. Well, it's already kind of covering up the... So going... 25th anniversary. DuckTales came out in 87, 25 years. This is a 2012 release. And yeah, after 5 years later, there was a reboot. Airing mostly on, pretty much everything airs on Disney XD these days, but, what can you do? And about this one, I got it on clearance because since it's now May, sometime later this month and early next month, a lot of the new merchandise from the toy companies are going to be hitting the shelves. Mattel's Jurassic World stuff, presumably Hasbro's Marvel figures based on the... I mean, except for what's already out based on Endgame, because they just can't wait for those, but... a little troubling story about the... Well, not troubling, but... Yeah, I saw a lot of things on clearance at the Target I got these from, including DuckTales figures, but also some Jurassic stuff, including entire rows of figures of characters that normally would sell well, but I'm going to take it as to say it was probably just overstock, because, you know, even though there's going to be a big rush to get that stuff when it comes out, if it ends up sitting on the shelves for a while, I mean, it's an inevitability. And I bring that up because that's, well, just one of many reasons why Toys R Us went out of business. Especially towards the end, you know, you had entire sections of, say, Star Wars toys that were marked down to... They couldn't give them away. They were just rotting on shelves of characters and things nobody wanted because the older versions of them, like, say, the vehicles were better made or higher quality, or they were characters nobody liked because they were based on the newer movies. And they were just sitting, rotting on shelves until they could either be finally sold off to somebody before the leases on the buildings closed, or they could be sold to liquidators someplace. You know, basically outlet stores that sell the stuff nobody else wanted for even cheaper prices. But in Target's case, I think they're way safer than Toys R Us because, you know, they obviously sell more than just toys. They sell everything from electronics to clothes to food, like Walmart, basically. But getting back to the topic at hand. Going by what's on the back, this isn't a look at the complete series. Missing Donald, Uncle Scrooge, Launchpad, and Flintheart. But I figured now would be as good a time as any since I've got four of the main kid characters on here. I've seen maybe, I've taken a glimpse at the DuckTales reboot, and I'd say it's alright for what it is. But there are a few cringe-worthy moments that you're probably not gonna like if you don't like updates in shows, especially cartoons that try to appeal to current year. I kid you not, there was a YOLO joke, I believe, in the first episode. Now, yeah, that should be a warning sign right there. I mean, it's 2019 at the time of this video, and anyone who, unless you're making fun of people who still make those kind of, who still post that, yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. Bad sign right there. But other than that, it looks promising. These figures seem to come with a lot of accessories. This one has just the 1, 2, 4, at least 4 each. I haven't seen enough of the show to know these are from specific episodes. But let's take a look. And again, like I said, I'm opening these because, as you can tell by the clearance sticker, these things were rotting on store shelves, completely overstocked. So it's not like there's going to be a shortage of these things, and they're going to skyrocket in value in a few years, let alone 10 or 20. So, traditional black screen for a minute while I take care of business. relatively easier than most unboxings I've done. There's nothing fascinating these figures inside. Just gotta pop them out. And we've only got 2. I just wanted to show that I kind of hate when this happens. You peel back the backing and it's glued on to where there's still paper back here. You'd think it would pop right off the bubble, but that isn't usually the case unless you can... Well. Okay, so we've got, for those who don't know, Huey. Well, I'm going to test how well these things can stand. Dewey. Louie. And probably the character who's undergone a major redesign is Webby. No relation as far as I can tell. Her last name is Vanderquack. Or Vanderbilt? I can't remember right now. But yeah, they moved the... Oh, could have just... I'm not sure if there's a picture of her on here, but... They've downplayed a lot of the pink on her outfit and supplemented it with a lighter color. And replaced it more with dark blue or purple. And instead of a bow that goes over on her head, kind of like Minnie Mouse, it's been moved over to the side of her head. And they've actually given her kind of like hair. Like, they've given her hair as opposed to that weird thing where it looks like on top of their heads. But Huey, Dewey, and Louie have mostly stayed unchanged. Just reflecting the more style that the show nowadays have. And like I said, these came with 4 accessories. The Junior Woodchuck Guidebook doesn't seem to open. It would be neat if it was if it did open and there were little pieces of grappling hook. I'm guessing this could be to some other kind of, but it just looks too cartoonish to be to some other. I'm assuming this is a taser. It looks like it, although for some reason it seems to have a magazine like a firearm. Could be the battery. A smartphone, probably not the best accessory unless you're selling me Barbie that I'd put with something. And again, that's something that has made it so that I'm not too into the new show. I can forgive some things like that, like putting in modern tech or talk to an extent, because it's what you gotta do, but part of the appeal of Disney is that they've been timeless and can appeal to you whether it's something new that they've done at the time of release, like some of their classics, or if it's a new thing that they're doing now, like right now. But I can make a whole other rant about that moving on. I can't tell if these are supposed to be jelly beans. Looks like it might have been gold, intended to be a bag of gold, but for some reason they painted it green. So I'm guessing it's jelly beans. A hook, which is probably from an episode I'm not aware of. It looks like an Egyptian hook or crook thing, whatever you sometimes see mummy cases wearing, the figures on mummy cases wearing. And interestingly enough, what looked like the night vision goggles from Jurassic Park. I'm not kidding. If these had the coloration, the green jungle coloring around here and here, then they'd be a straight up rip-off. I almost want to know what episode this came from, if any. So who can they fit? Tufts on their heads might get in the way, so yeah, they fit. Kinda. I mean, if I had both hands free, it might be a little easier to see how well they can hold the accessories. Doesn't feel like they... Trying to slip this taser in. Yeah, little problem with the accessories. Maybe if I wasn't under duress, but it doesn't, to get this video without droning, but it doesn't feel like they can hold them right. I'll try to do it on my own time, and I'll see if I can let someone know in the next video how well it works out. Head articulation seems to be a ball joint, kind of like on a doll, like a Barbie or Ken doll. And there's standard swing out articulation on the legs and feet. So if they hold the accessories good, if it turns out they can hold the accessories, I'd say these are pretty nice figures. I'm genuinely curious into seeing if I could get the rest of them, even though there's only, as far as I can tell, Flintheart, Donald, Scrooge, and Launchpad. But I've also seen, like, Launchpad's plane as a vehicle. I don't know if there's a money bin or a McDuck Manor kind of thing going on for these. There probably is, but I'm not entirely sure. And I've seen snippets of the show, and it's not the original, but it's not bad either. I mean, if you're curious, take a look at any of the... because it's DuckTales, and frankly, you just can't go wrong with it. I'm glad they made it, and for what they did, it's worth my time, so maybe it'll be worth yours. Thank you, and have a nice day.